There's something truly special about hearing a television star open up about the most personal moments of their life. Fans are used to seeing Ben Shephard smiling on screen, keeping calm under pressure, and making audiences laugh with his natural charm. But behind the cameras, behind the bright studio lights and fast-paced television schedules, there's another side to him that many people rarely get to see. The devoted husband who still speaks about his wedding day with genuine warmth and emotion. And now people everywhere are talking after Ben finally shared more about the beautiful Devon town where he married the love of his life. The moment the story surfaced, fans instantly became fascinated, not because it involved luxury or celebrity glamour, but because it felt real, honest, personal. The kind of love story that reminds people why simple moments often become the most unforgettable ones. For years, Ben has managed to keep much of his private life away from constant public attention. In a world where celebrities often reveal everything online, he chose a quieter path. That's exactly why this story has captured so much attention. When someone who values privacy finally opens up about something meaningful, people naturally want to listen. And the details surrounding the wedding location made the story even more magical. Devon has long been known as one of the most breathtaking parts of England. Rolling countryside, peaceful coastal views, charming villages, and a slower pace of life create the kind of atmosphere that feels almost cinematic. It's the sort of place where people escape to reconnect with family, relax from busy city life, and create memories that last forever. So when Ben revealed that this was where he chose to marry his wife, fans immediately understood why. According to those close to the story, the decision wasn't about making headlines or planning an extravagant celebrity wedding. It was about choosing a location that felt meaningful, somewhere calm, somewhere beautiful, somewhere that reflected who they really are away from television cameras. And honestly, that makes the story even more romantic. Imagine the scene for a moment. Narrow country roads surrounded by greenery, the peaceful sound of the countryside, historic buildings filled with character, guests arriving with huge smiles, excited to celebrate two people deeply in love. There's something timeless about weddings in small English towns, especially in places filled with charm and history. People online quickly began reacting to the story, with many saying it sounded like something from a romantic film. Some fans joked that Ben probably turned the entire wedding into a comedy show because of his naturally funny personality. Others imagined him calming nervous guests moments before the ceremony started. And honestly, it's not hard to picture. One reason viewers have always connected with Ben is because he never comes across as overly polished or distant. He feels relatable, the kind of person who would accidentally spill coffee before an important moment and laugh about it 5 seconds later. That relaxed personality is part of what made this wedding story so engaging for fans. Apparently, the atmosphere of the day reflected that exact energy. Rather than focusing on celebrity attention or over-the-top luxury, the wedding reportedly centered around family, close friends, laughter, and meaningful moments. And in today's world, where everything often feels rushed and performative, that simplicity feels refreshing. Fans especially loved hearing how much affection Ben still shows when talking about his wife. After years together, there's still genuine admiration there. That stood out to people. Because sometimes celebrity relationships can feel temporary or distant, but stories like this remind audiences that lasting relationships still exist, even in the entertainment world. And people noticed something else, too. Ben didn't describe the location in a way that sounded rehearsed or dramatic. Instead, he spoke about Devon with the kind of appreciation someone has when a place truly matters to them emotionally. That emotional connection made the story resonate far beyond simple celebrity news. Suddenly, viewers weren't just interested in the wedding itself. They became interested in the memories attached to it, the little moments, the funny moments, the emotional moments, the unforgettable chaos that happens at almost every wedding. Because no matter how carefully weddings are planned, something always goes slightly wrong, and fans couldn't stop joking about what might have happened during Ben's big day. Maybe someone forgot the rings. Maybe somebody nearly tripped walking into the venue. Maybe Ben himself cracked a joke at the exact wrong moment and made everyone laugh during the ceremony. Honestly, that possibility alone feels believable. That balance between romance and humor is probably one reason the relationship feels so genuine to people. Relationships that survive for years usually aren't built only on grand romantic gestures. They're built on friendship, patience, laughter, and the ability to enjoy life together, even when things become stressful.
Fans seem convinced humor plays a huge role in his marriage. Social media reactions poured in after the story began circulating, with many viewers saying the Devon setting sounded absolutely perfect. Some even admitted they started searching online for the town themselves after hearing about it. That's the effect stories like this can have. They create curiosity, they transport people into a moment, and for a few minutes, audiences forget about stressful daily life and become invested in something heartwarming instead. Many fans also pointed out how refreshing it was to hear a celebrity talk positively about marriage after so many years together. In modern entertainment culture, negative headlines often dominate attention. Breakups, arguments, scandals, and drama tend to spread quickly online. But this story felt different. It felt calm, happy, authentic. And maybe that's exactly why so many people connected with it. The idea of choosing a peaceful Devon town for such an important life moment says a lot about priorities. It suggests valuing atmosphere over attention, meaning over spectacle, memories over headlines, and viewers appreciated that. As more details continued circulating, fans began imagining what the wedding photographs must have looked like. Devon's scenery alone could make almost any wedding look magical. Coastal sunsets, countryside landscapes, historic architecture, it all creates the perfect backdrop for unforgettable moments. Some people even joked that every future wedding venue now has impossible competition after hearing about Ben's romantic location choice. Others focused on how naturally grounded the entire story felt. Despite being one of television's most recognizable presenters, Ben never seems desperate to create a celebrity image around himself. That authenticity has helped audiences trust him for years. Whether hosting quiz shows, interviews, or live television, he gives off the impression that what viewers see on screen is very close to who he really is in everyday life. And stories like this strengthen that connection even more. There's also something deeply nostalgic about English countryside weddings. They carry a timeless atmosphere that feels warm and emotional without needing excessive glamour. Guests remember the laughter, the conversations, the scenery, the emotional speeches that make everyone laugh one minute and tear up the next. Fans can easily imagine Ben thriving in that environment, probably making jokes during the speeches, probably embarrassing people in the funniest possible way, probably turning nervous moments into unforgettable memories. And honestly, those are often the moments people remember forever. Not perfection, not expensive decorations, not carefully staged photographs, but genuine happiness, real emotion, unexpected laughter. That's what gives weddings their magic. As this story continued spreading online, many viewers began discussing how rare it is nowadays for celebrities to maintain long-term relationships while staying relatively private. That balance is difficult. Public attention can place enormous pressure on relationships, especially when every appearance becomes headline news. Yet somehow, Ben and his wife have managed to avoid much of that chaos. Perhaps keeping certain parts of life private helped protect what mattered most. And maybe that's another reason people admired this story so much. It didn't feel like publicity.
The Devon wedding revelation also sparked conversations about dream wedding destinations across the UK. Fans began sharing their own favorite countryside locations, coastal towns, and romantic venues. Some even admitted the story inspired them to rethink their own future wedding plans. That's the power of storytelling. One emotional memory can inspire thousands of people watching from home. And while audiences may never know every detail about Ben's wedding day, maybe that mystery actually makes the story more beautiful. Sometimes imagination fills in the gaps better than reality ever could. People picture warm summer air, elegant countryside views, smiling guests, a relaxed atmosphere filled with love and laughter. And at the center of it all, two people beginning a new chapter together in one of England's most beautiful locations. It's easy to understand why fans became emotional hearing about it. Because beneath the celebrity headlines and public attention, the story reflects something universal that almost everyone understands. Wanting to celebrate important moments surrounded by beauty, happiness, and the people who matter most. That feeling never goes out of style. And perhaps that's why this story resonated so strongly online. Not because it was dramatic, not because it was controversial, but because it reminded people of something positive, something sincere, something joyful. In a world constantly filled with stressful headlines, audiences often crave stories that simply make them smile. Stories that feel comforting, stories that remind them lasting love and meaningful connections still exist. And this Devon wedding story delivered exactly that. As fans continued discussing the beautiful town, the romantic atmosphere, and Ben's heartfelt comments, one thing has become clear. People aren't just interested in the location itself, they're responding to the emotion behind it. The warmth, the humor, the authenticity, and perhaps most importantly, the reminder that sometimes the most unforgettable love stories aren't the loudest ones. They're the quiet moments shared in beautiful places far away from the noise of everyday life. If you enjoyed this story and want more heartwarming celebrity moments, uplifting television stories, and surprising behind-the-scenes revelations, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss the next unforgettable update.